So a lot of people are wondering what's next with Slate, what's going on here. So let me tell you a little bit more about kind of what our next steps are going to be with Slate. We've gotten him gelded, which is awesome. That was a huge thing, getting him gelded. But the next thing is there's some really simple things that we need to work on. People are losing their minds. They're like, look at that mane, it's all knotted. Why haven't you brushed him out? And if you could see his tail, it's a mess. He's got one massive dreadlock back there. So that's something we're gonna be working on, his first true grooming. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna document it and show you guys when we groom him for the first time. As you can see, we're still working on a lot of stuff with him, right? This horse is coming from a lot of trauma. Even though there are times when he's doing really well, and he's quiet, and he's lowering that head, and being a sweetheart, there's still times when he's a little bit worried. I'm talking with my hands and holding him. These are all little things that we're looking at that are more important to me than getting to groom his mane and tail. We'll get there. But once we do groom his mane and tail, that's good training as well, because that makes him an all-around safer horse. So it's gonna be good to take the brush and run it through his mane, and he can hear that crinkly, crackling noise. We spray some detangler in there. And you see all of the pre-work that we are continuing to work on to get him there to where he's comfortable and safe. And the other thing is we want to get to where we can get his feet done, right? So I'm going to be doing some work, and I haven't actually worked on this with him yet. You guys are going to get to see this. We're going to go through this process. But I want to begin to be able to pick up, good boy, I like that, pick up that foot. And when we do start to work on that, these are some of the things I'm going to look at, right? It's all right, bud. It's okay. Stepping back up. I'm going to approach like it's no big deal. I'm going to reach down. I expect him to, and all I'm looking for is for him to take the weight off of the foot that I'm rubbing on there, and I'll release the pressure. So things like that, we're going to very methodically go where I can safely pick up not just his front feet, but I got to get those back ones too. And boy, let me tell you, I've seen him kick out. So I got to be really careful when I get around those back feet to help encourage him to be soft and relaxed and comfortable. So there's going to be some really cool techniques that we use to pick up his feet in a safe way where we're not just like, you know, the old school way of like roping his feet and pulling, none of that stuff. We're really going to lead with love. We're going to build his confidence. I'm not going to demand his respect. I'm going to earn his respect by being someone that he can trust. It's going to be a little of a process. And then in addition to, we talked about grooming, want to be able to give him his first bath. That's going to be a lot of fun, right? To rub-a-dub-dub and soak them all up with those suds and get them all rinsed out and cleaned up. So we'll work on that. And then finally, for this next stage of work, we're going to introduce the saddle, right? But the saddle will only be introduced after he's grooming. We can pick up his feet, have the farrier clean his feet and get them all trimmed up and ready to go. I can pick his feet out regularly, no big deal. Then at that point, once I can handle him, groom him out, he's tying, he's already loading, he's bathing. Those are the fundamental things that you're looking to see that a horse can do. He's leading really well. He's not kind of spooky or worried when I'm going up and touching him. Only at that point am I even going to consider saddling this horse up. No point in adding more pressure or trauma if I haven't done a good job with the basics. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, but also a lot of fun. You can see there's certain times when he's a little bit shy and backing up, and then there's other times when he's softening into my hand and starting to relax there. Good boy. That's part of training. You know, there's hills and there's valleys and there's all in between, and it's our job as a trainer to be consistent, to have some even flow, to help him change from these wild ups and wild downs to becoming a consistent, safer, and more steady horse.